Alright, so I started out this competition against this guy right here who could easily beat me with that commander there with my original setup because I couldn't have gotten through the last. So I switched it around and did a different setup. You'll see that here. I was able to beat this plasma and then with one Cepheus Majesty hit by that fifth slot back there, I'm able to completely blow up that first slot of his. That Cepheus Majesty is ridiculously strong. You'll see it right here. A lot of Gemini. Only did a little bit of damage. I don't have any strength and weaken on this commander. Call a Hunt and Cepheus Majesty. Boom! It was double Cepheus Majesty, actually, I believe, because the first one hit it. So I think that's why I was able to clear out most of the damage there. He beats me, but by opening up that slot, I'm able to win with my elf against his commander here that I forgot the name of. King. Good thing I hit Blessing. If he would have had a Cassiopeia, I would have been in some trouble. But he didn't. So I was doing just fine. Gemini, heal up. The heal's greater than the damage that was done, so I'm able to kind of sustain. We'll go ahead and speed through this. I'll beat him, but I'll lose my first few rolls. Zero damage. And even with 2 slots gone and the back slots weakened, I'm still able to win in this situation because of the curse damage. No accuracy, no guaranteed hit gems, just Virgo and Cassiopeia. I'm not sure how long it takes because I had to skip through this the first time to change up my commanders. Come on, X, hurry up and finish. I know you can do it. There we go, we finally hit that curse, so we'll start doing some damage to him. Virgo's Radiance triggered, so all my commanders will go. Double curse. Doing about 300 units of damage per. So we'll go ahead and skip through that. I'm able to destroy everything. Next, I was going to be facing this guy right here. So I switched my Stella to the first slot. And then Elf. And finally, Blader to finish up that last commander. I'll easily beat him here. Now this giant Nekajiro would have been a problem, but he didn't have enough dodge, so I was able to do quite a bit of damage. I think he had a good bit of accuracy, sacrificed his dodge for accuracy. That would have been a lot of Gemini, I would have been in trouble. Now, since I was able to survive that, and my Stella can go here, I'm able to take out that first slot, which is important because now my elf is able to do damage to the back row. Now this is a really strong hoodoo here, and without the heal I would have been in a little bit of trouble. Virgo's Radiance, which is about to be canceled out by the Cassiopeia that he hits, which really makes it hard for Elf to do all her damage because it negates the curse damage. Also negates the Virgo that I put on him. That Cassiopeia really did make this match a lot harder to win, but I am able to pull out the victory. I'll go ahead and speed through that. And then finally, I was matched up against this guy here. Let's see here. 1, 2. Yeah, I was matched up against this guy here, which had a very strong hoodoo, a lot of Gemini, and a very strong Vega. So I went and switched Stella to the first position and Blighter to the second, and then finally followed up with Elf. Oh wait, I forgot to show this victory. Which he beats. Actually, this victory this one snuck up on me. I wasn't ready for this one. It really makes a huge difference to go in and switch your commanders out. If you don't, you're gonna have a lot of trouble beating people. Most people don't seem to know that. That's kind of why I'm making this video, so that people will understand how important it is to switch those commanders out. So easily beat him. Now this one, I'm actually wondering how I won. Must have been Virgo's Radiance to lower the damage on that. But hyperspace damage does trigger the blessing. So I'm assuming I was able to pull out the victory here. Perfect. Blessing against the curse, or against this hyperspace armor, is really important to have. I'm actually curious if Cassiopeia will cancel out the damage from hyperspace armor. I don't believe it will, because hyperspace armor is able to get through Rogers, so it shouldn't. quite a few curses I have on him. He just didn't have any strength and weaken. I didn't hit a Virgo. Or I did hit a Virgo. Awesome. Finally hit the Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia does not cancel out Hyperspace Armor. Pretty sure I knew that. Yeah, I actually had this one set up for that other person to win. So I guess the final match, you don't get the opportunity to change your commanders out, I'm assuming. Not sure why I missed on that one. Until that curse is really doing some serious damage to him now. And since curse hits before his hyperspace armor is able to trigger, that's a constellation blessing. Oh, it's also very low, I'm noticing. So we'll go ahead and skip through that. No, I took the victory there. And then the Stella I should be able to easily beat unless she has a lot of resistance weaken, and she does not. Sometimes without the hit gem, I'm unable to beat really large Stellas because of her ability to reduce the damage, and the only way that I'm able to get damage out is through curse. I'm considering switching out one of the gems for a guaranteed hit gem, either Leo or Taurus, possibly Gemini. If I switched out with Gemini, then I'd be able to change my strength and weaken gear to any of my commanders, which would be helpful. But I don't have enough Virgo gems to replace. So I really don't want to eat my Virgo gem, and the Cassiopeia gems that I have on her are very strong. See, with the dizzies, it's almost doing no damage with the curse. So I really need to hit a Cassiopeia to make myself immune to the damage reduction. Hopefully I'll get one of those soon. Yeah, it did like 10 units of damage there, almost nothing. Oh, Stella replays take so long. But I love my Stella. She's the reason why I was able to win and beat most of the monsters on the map and the event monsters. I have tier 8 and one upgrade away from tier 9. Just need about 5,000 more unlimited crystals. Really need you to hit that Cassiopeia, girl. There we go. Now with Cassiopeia on, and let's count up at least one curse so far. There's 2 curses. And we'll watch how much damage that's going to do. 3 curses. At least 3, maybe 4. Yeah, so about 400 units of damage. So I'll go ahead and finish that up. So that guy, I'll let that one slip by me. If his Reinhardt had been better, I would have lost that matchup. But this one right here is what I had prepared for by switching out my commanders to that setup. Good thing I'd switched out to that setup, or I probably wouldn't have been able to beat his Vega here. got a lot of defense. I think about 24% damage reduction, but against a Stella, not really going to make it. He has over 500% strength and weaken on this hoodoo, so I will not be able to beat this hoodoo. I'm guessing he doesn't have the accuracy, so as soon as he lands a guaranteed hit gem, my commanders will blow up, or my Stella will blow up. We'll wait and let you watch that happen. Yeah, he just really doesn't have the accuracy. We'll check out his gear after this. I believe the only guaranteed hit gem that he has is Gemini. He has a two-piece setup, giving him extra stats, which I really don't think is worth it, in my opinion. Having the extra skill is worth far more than the 60% buff that he's receiving. Come on, hurry up and hit the lot of Gemini there, son. That was Andromeda going off, keeping all of his front row from going. Andromeda really does prolong the fight. I guess it's just going to take him literally forever. There we go. Now we'll watch. It really didn't do that much damage. See if he'd had Cassiopeia, the damage reduction wouldn't be hurting him. The Dizzy's really making his damage lack quite a bit. It only did about 500 units of damage to me with a double lighter Gemini and 500% strength and weaken. So we'll see what this one does. Didn't hit a chain blast on it. Nothing. It might be beneficial to add a little bit of resistance weaken, but with people having over 500%, I can't remember the exact value, but I'd have to have quite a bit of resistance weaken there. Let's see how long this video is. It's getting a little long, but we'll continue. Also consider switching out Andromeda for just Gemini, but with one slot bust. I've had Andromeda save hundreds of units of tier 8 when I'm trying to one slot bust or second slot bust against tier 9 or tier 10 on the server. By hitting Andromeda on the first slot or on my second slot, my big slot, and leaving my third slot open, I'm usually able to avoid damage, major amounts of damage at least, and let them go ahead and win the match, but I get point value. I'm going to go ahead and skip this. I'm not sure if he's able to win. I'm sure he is. Yeah, there he goes. Finally he's able to break through there. My blader's going to completely destroy him. Yeah, that did 4, 6, I mean. Even with the chain blast, it's not doing hardly anything. I don't have any strength and weaken on this blader. I just have damage reduction and level 30 creator. Cepheus Majesty and Scorpio are the 2 gem sets I have on him. Go ahead and take that victory. And finally, against his Stella, he's probably going to break through. Yeah, break through right at the front. And we'll see my elf beat him pretty easily. Yeah, that's hitting for about 200. Don't believe he has any resistance weaken, but even if he did, I have 570% with the 30% Virgo added to it. Yeah, he doesn't have enough to do any damage to me. Do need to hit Cassiopeia so that I can continue to do damage through his damage reduction. Didn't hit a Virgo on that one, so I'm not able to go the full round. But I do know I'm able to pull out the victory on this one. And before the match switches, I do want to check out his gear. Still doing about 200, even with the damage reduction. I guess that's with a few curses on him. I'm actually curious how many rounds this matchup goes altogether. There's a Virgo that helps out with hitting really big curse damages and against just regular matchups, not the strength and weaken beating like that king earlier. His dizzy's really low, that's why I'm still able to do a good bit of damage through the curse. Come on, Cassiopeia. That's what we're wanting to hit. So it'll be full curse damage. That's looks like 2, possibly 3 curses already. No triggers on that one. That's at least 3. There's the Cassiopeia. So with this Cassiopeia, we'll watch. Yeah, that's at least 4 curses. Yeah, that's doing some big damage now. So we'll go ahead and skip through that. And we do take the victory. Go ahead and look. Yeah, 585. See, she's got Leo and Capricorn for 30% attack and 30% defense. So yeah, he has it on this one as well. So if you would have had a little bit different setup, it might have done a little bit better. He's doing it on this one too. So it's only, Cepheus, you're not even getting the 3. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Oh yeah, here, I'll show you mine. So 21% damage reduction, Scorpio, Cepheus. I got 400% attack, Sagittarius and Andromeda. And then on the elf, see, the crit damage is completely wasted, except on, anti-dodge when I'm not going against infantry, Virgo, and Cassiopeia. And then I've got Gilly over here with resistance weakened. For just specific setups.